Welcome back to Skynyrd Shorts. Joe, what episode number is this?
I think it's episode 58.
58. That's a special number in your life. Tell us about it.
I love 58. I mean, I looked up to my brothers. They ran the number 58 on their NASCAR Chevelle, and we ran it in Nashville in the late model series.
Yeah, I doubt anybody knows about our family's NASCAR experience. Tell them about it.
Just a little bit. I mean, Bob and Al, of course, they built the car and Pop in their garage. Took it to Daytona one year. They raced locally, around Tennessee, and finally got to Daytona, and they qualified, 41 alternate, very first alternate in the fastest qualifying race ever, and they had no practice whatsoever. They got 3 laps of practice, and that's their claim to fame, which it's my claim to fame too, because I really grew up admiring them and what they could do with the race cars.
But am I right if you go to NASCAR.com and search for drivers, Robert Brown will come up?
I think you can find Robert Brown,
Yeah.
Bullet Bob.
Yeah.
That was him. They raced a lot of local short tracks in Tennessee, Maryville, and
Bristol.
Nashville, Bristol. They travel around, but when they went to Daytona, that was a big trip. NASCAR didn't treat them very well either.
Because they weren't the big boys.
No, and they built the car in their shop, in their hometown garage. So they were on jack stands for 2 weeks, trying to get certified.
You don't know this. I was just a kid, but when they bought the Chevelle, they got it from a junkyard somewhere in East Tennessee. I got to go inside the car because I was little and take all the screws out for like all the hooks and everything, like the luggage hooks and the hangers and everything.
Right.
All the utensils off of the inside of the car. I did that.
Strip it down.
Yeah. So 58. Let's talk about Ronnie Van Zant love songs. How about?
Let's do it.
So would you agree that Ronnie Van Zant pretty much only wrote about stuff he knew about?
Well, I think that was definitely his writing, establishment.
Yeah.
What he knew, what he lived.
Not a lot of fantasy in his writing. Most stuff's real, right?
Pretty real.
Like he couldn't have written The Devil Went Down to Georgia or nothing. He wrote all stuff that happened in his life.
It was a lot of things happening in life, traveling around, local bar scenes, this and that, local girlfriends, and all his old friends. His friends had a lot going on too.
Am I right? There's only 2 Ronnie Van Zant love songs?
Well, let's discuss that. We're going to think that one of them is "I Need You."
Yeah. Off the
and
second.
that's the B-side to "Sweet Home Alabama" on the 45. And that was done in what, 1974?
Yeah.
3 or 4 in that range.
74.
So he was married. Was he married to Judy then?
I think he was.
I'm not sure about that. He was coming off a marriage and had a daughter named Michelle. And I'm not sure. Those years probably really get close together.
Yeah. Our comments will let us know that for sure. But
I know we'll learn that.
basically, that's him just talking about how much he needs her. I mean, the name of the song is exactly what it's about.
I mean, he wrote it, and those words just were in his mind. Exactly how he felt, he laid it down. That's what he was best at. When it came to his head, he laid it down, man.
So then he went on the road for the next several years, right? He wrote about songs about girls on the road, on the hunt.
On the Hunt.
What's your name?
What's Your Name is a really good song.
So
about,
back then,
roadies,
big deal.
groupies.
Yeah, big deal. Back when it was safe. Yeah. I mean, this is about when I got into music in the late 70s. It was crazy out there. I don't see how somebody could have been married, and he was married. So he was doing a thing, man. Everybody was.
I'm sure he was just doing what everybody else did, and he was drinking a lot. They were doing a lot of drugs. I mean, he was a bit wild child out then too, and he was just trying to enjoy as much as he could.
And so Judy knew about that, right?
You have to believe that. It's probably not hidden, no secrets going on there. I
So
don't know.
the rumor about her and the drummer from 38 Special, Jack, I don't doubt it's true, but I don't blame her either.
Yeah, it seems very true. And Ronnie's been on the road a lot, and a lot in the past 3 or 4 years, gotten really big. Skinner's had to be in California, Florida, recording, Georgia, everywhere, doing stuff. And I don't know how much time he had at home for Judy and their new baby.
Yeah. Um, okay. Artemis Pyle talked about the divorce papers and all that kind of stuff. Do you believe that?
That's a story that was out there that they were in a briefcase. You know, who knows what to believe anymore? I mean, there are a lot of stories. There are a lot of people who are confused about stories. I've never heard Odom talk about it. I don't know what's fact and what's not.
I almost think she threatened him.
Is that possible? Ain't that hard to threaten Ronnie Van Zant? But maybe
That would make I Never Dreamed make sense.
coming to his second love song that really meant a lot to him. And probably in that range, maybe she's talking divorce. Maybe she's the one that brought it up. Maybe Jack Gronda's really turned her on to something else. Telling her, "Hey, Ronnie's doing everything else on the road. We need to be together." Who knows?
That very well could be. So I don't blame her at all for getting involved with stuff. And would it be interesting if she was the one who gave him the divorce papers?
You know what? And even though he was the one that he caught them, and maybe he didn't, maybe he started looking for that when he got divorce papers. Maybe that's when he tipped him off to start looking to see what was going on.
Well, certainly I Never Dreamed sounds like she's going to leave him.
And I think he was very nervous about that. I think he probably loved her quite a bit.
Yeah, I do
You
too.
know, I mean, it feels like that they were a very good fit.
Yeah, I think that's probably the way it is. I can't think of any other Ronnie Van Zant love songs ever.
I mean, I Never Dreamed is a beautiful song. That is a beautiful, beautiful song laid out perfectly.
Well, so is On the Hunt.
On the hunt. You know, I was trying to say that, coming home was a little bit, but is he coming home to Florida? Is he coming home to hometown? Coming home to friends? Coming home to the girl he loves? I don't know if and that's way back too.
He's missing fishing, I think.
He may be fishing. If he's coming home, he's trying to get away from the concrete and all the big cities. That was Ronnie too. He did not like the big cities at all.
Yeah, I agree. Um, so what have we decided here? There's no more Ronnie Van Zant love songs?
I mean, I ain't the one. I don't think that's a love song.
Oh,
But, I mean, I think Ronnie Van Zant was a lover and I think he was a fighter. And we saw more of his fighting than we did his loving.
I think he was a family man, probably.
I think he became a family man. I mean, I think he wrote the song Michelle about his daughter, and that's a true love song to his daughter.
Yeah,
If you listen to that song, it's a great song.
I agree. Good point. Good point.
But he cared. He had it in him. Just like all of us, he had that love in him, and when he knew when to care and when not to care, I suppose.
I mean, we think about some of those songs he wrote, like even That Smell is a love song to his bandmates.
Yeah, it's exactly to his bandmates. Hey, I love you guys, man. Quit this stuff. You guys are off the rails. Let's get back on point,
Yeah, Am I Losing is a love song to his friends.
friends. I mean, he was a lot of best friends meant a lot to Ronnie.
Yeah.
Good friends, and he believed in good friends. You don't see that a lot today, like you did with Ronnie.
I know he was a tough son of a bitch, but I bet he was a true friend.
I think he was too. I don't think he went backstabbed any of his friends. We could talk a lot about the other boys and stuff and how the band was being changed by the money and the attention. Everybody was being changed then. Gary, Allen, all these guys.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff in it to talk about when you get really
A
deep.
lot.
We should write
We
a
start think
book, don't you think?
if we start thinking about it, you really don't know.
Okay. Well, anything else you want to add to this episode?
No, I mean, talking about Ronnie and what he felt and his feelings, that's Ronnie. I think we get down to him, brass tacks with him. He's good and he's a lover, and he's a mean son of a bitch.
I think he loved Judy, and I think he did not want to lose her. That's what those two songs are about.
I think you're probably correct on that.
It's a good guess, anyway. Somebody will tell us for sure, don't you think?
Well, I love opinions. I love everybody's opinion on this because we don't have Ronnie to ask, and
Pretty soon we'll have to do another comment show.
because there are a lot of good comments out there and a lot of people that are digging what we're doing.
That's my favorite part. All right. Well, that's the end of episode 58. We'll see you soon with episode 59 coming soon. Joe, thank you very much.
Thank you to everybody out there commenting and following along.
We'll see you later.